It's Jay back, y'all, and I am here with another Fragrance Friday. Oh, I have to tell you, when I was on my little break, I was shopping and I've got a new set of Dua brand fragrances. Y'all know I can't help but do me an order when it comes to Dua brand. And before us, I've got about 6 new fragrances from Dua brand. So I'm going to share these 6 with you. We're going to talk about these notes. So y'all get on in these comments and let me know what y'all think. So as y'all know, I've been talking about kind of the ritual of fragrance, and part of that is also because I found like my niche in fragrance. I found a handful of categories, a handful of notes, a handful of kind of scent profiles that just align with the different moods I wake up in. They align with the different energies I want to carry with me throughout the day. And they range from more sheer, warm skin scents, hint of floral, hint of a musk, the occasional gourmand. Of course, y'all know I love me a good spiced situation, some lemon, some cinnamon, something really kind of bold and usually smoky. And then, of course, I'll rock a floral or a fresh scent. So I've got about 5 different kind of categories that I stick to most of the time. And one of these days, I'll have to go through like my top 10 in my current collection of fragrances that have just really done it for me. But each of these fragrances in this collection of 6 uh, match up with something or another in that collection. There is a seventh one. There's a seventh one, and I might save that one for another video because I've been layering that with some stuff lately that I've really been enjoying. So let's get into it. Okay. The first fragrance I want to talk about was actually the one I was the most surprised by because I didn't expect the scent profile to be what it was. And for those who are not familiar with the Do It brand fragrance, they are a fragrance company that makes amazing dupes, of course, but they have a wide variety of original fragrances as well. They're inspired by trends in fragrance, they're inspired by discontinued fragrances. Like when it comes to fragrance, they are one of my trusted um dupe brands, and they every single fragrance from them is an extrait. So 40%, 35 to 40% oil means you get a lot more longevity, a lot more for projection, in many cases, more on the sillage side of things too. So the first one is a clean musk. This was one I had an idea of what it might smell like, but I wasn't really sure. And when it came in, I was like, that is definitely not what I thought it was going to be. This first one is Dua's Purity of Musk. And this is actually a dupe of a discontinued Tom Ford fragrance. I love this one. I didn't think I was going to love this, and let me tell y'all why. When I did my whole video on musks, I'm not going to spray this one. When I did my whole video on musks, I talked about the different kinds of musk. And the one that most people are familiar with are the clean, kind of cottony, crisp linen type musk. Very fresh, make you think of just like a clean house and someone who bathes and washes their clothes, just very fresh and clean. Think warm cotton from Clean Reserve. Think crisp linen. And think those really light, breezy smells that are almost like a luxury or an upgraded, elevated baby powder. And that's exactly what this gives. But it takes it a little bit of a step further, like smelling after having worn it a day, it does make you think of like baby powder, like truly luxury baby powder. But there's more to it. It's complex, it's full bodied, it is a true aromatic experience. Yeah, y'all get into that one. If you like those cleaner smells, if you like things that have true strength, because this is not like a wispy little clean scent. This is something with true projection, true sillage. Like you smell this when you spray it and you keep smelling it. This is a really, really good one for my fans of clean smelling, fresh smelling fragrances. The next one I'm going to go into was kind of the wild card, one that was a little bit different from everything else in the collection. It is the only one that is a true, like, fruity fragrance, and the only one that is a true gourmand. And this is called Sugary Red Fruits Candy. Some of their names are wild, but that's exactly what this is. When you smell this, you can smell that. We're going to give this one a mist as well. You can smell like the currant. You can smell the red candies. You can smell floral notes. You can smell the sweetness. And then it also gives you a gourmandy dry down with a slight bit of musk. It's really sweet. And it makes me think of something I have in my collection. There's, I think I've talked about it before, melange and Mir, juicy melange and Mir. This like bouquet of fruits and flowers, and it's juicy and it's fruity and it's sweet, but it dries into a nice warm skin musk. That's what this is. It's really nice. In fact, those two are probably going to layer really, really well together. That juicy melange and Mir was actually my birthday scent, I think, of last year or the year before. Very, very good. I think it was last year, actually. Yeah. The next one is a dupe of a fragrance I already love. Actually, the next two are dupes of fragrances that I like really already love and that I wear the original fragrances quite a bit. But this is one of those buy more, save more kind of situation. And I was like, oh, I already love the original fragrance. So why don't I get this one? It'll be a great one to layer. Or if I don't want to wear my bottle, I can spray this one instead. And this is pure perfection. So this one is called Dark Crystal Parfum. For any person who has smelled Versace Crystal Noir, this bad boy, which I find to be one of the harder ones to find in the Parfums, Versace Crystal Noir is by far, in my opinion, the best smelling Versace fragrance for men or women. It's a women's fragrance, but to me, nothing else really tops this. The other bright crystals don't do it. I like Eros Parfum, as y'all know. But this one tops Eros Pour Femme. I love Versace Men. I love Versace Eau Fraiche. This tops them. Versace Pour Homme. This tops all of them. Eros. Any of the Eros. This tops them. Now, while I haven't smelled red jeans or blue jeans, this still tops them for me. Like all of them. This is just such a great fragrance. So in buying a dupe, I was like, this could go really good. This could also go really bad. The duo doesn't usually disappoint me, but there have been some that I just don't love. This is one spot on. And in my opinion, it's actually a touch sweeter and the projection's a little bit more intense. It's good. And then the musk dry down is excellent. Y'all know I love me a good musk scent, something that dries into a really nice softened skin musk. That's one. The next one, as I've talked to y'all about this fragrance, I know I have. Y'all know I love me a green fragrance. Y'all know I love something that is crisp and green and juicy and lush, but also kind of cool and masculine. Before I've talked about father figure from Fleur. It is truly in my top 10, and it will probably stay in my top 10 for as long as I'm in fragrance. And Dua recently came out with this fragrance called Hidden Gardens. Hidden Gardens is Dua's version of father figure. And this is excellent. This is again another note for note, spot on dupe. And in all actuality, if you were to smell them blind, you might not be able to tell the difference. Spot on. Hidden Gardens is father figure. It's green, it's crisp, it's fresh, it's unisex. This is a perfect dupe. Hidden Gardens, get into that one. Okay, the last two are actually my favorite two, and I've been wearing these two quite a bit as a layer. Um, and they work wonderfully apart, but they work really, really well together. The first one, another dupe, another one that I already have in my collection. I have the original fragrance, but I love this about 1,000 times more than the original fragrance. And I don't usually say that about anything that's inspired, influenced, or a duplicate of another fragrance. It's rare that I love it so much more than the original, even if it's spot on, note for note the same fragrance. This one is so much better than the original. This fragrance is called Dearest. And let me be frank in saying I do really enjoy the original, but the original, this is a dupe of Glossier U, the original U, the red top, red box, pink bottle. This is amazing though. Y'all, when I tell you, you put this on, and yes, in the initial spray, you get the same composition, you get the same um, kind of feel and vibe that you get with Glossier U, but within seconds, it begins to sweeten up in a way that U does not. And U pulls differently on different people. Like when I wear U, it smells almost sweet of incense on me, which I love, which is why I have the body cream and the fragrance. This goes even a touch sweeter. Like it pulls this really sweet incense with a touch of pink pepper, and you get this gorgeous bouquet of bass notes that just really resonate. But what I've been layering with is the number one of the seven Dua brand fragrances I bought. And this is actually of the Dua designer line, which all of them are. But this one is a dupe of Victoria's Secret Bear. and this one's called Sheer Beauty. Y'all, y'all, this one, every person I sprayed this fragrance for has fallen in love with the smell and sprayed it on themselves instantly. They're like, ooh, I gotta wear this. Ooh, I gotta put this on. This is so good. And I haven't smelled Bear from Vicky. You know, I don't really shop Vicky. It's not my niche location. And I've had very sexy men from Victoria's Secret. I have had that fragrance and I really enjoyed that one. And I emptied my bottle. I sprayed through the whole bottle, but that was a few years back. I wasn't compelled to buy another one. This is so good. You get this little bit of like jasmine, or there's like a little fruit, a little floral, a little skin musk. But there's longevity, there's power. So if you don't know about the Do It brand fragrance, y'all, get over there. Check them out. They've got some really good ones. Look for discontinued fragrances. Even type in notes that you're interested in and see if you can find things, because they have a catalog of thousands of fragrances. And I say thousands literally. And they range from that $30 price point up to, I think, $60, $90 price point, depending on what goes into it and what it's a dupe of, if it's a dupe. They have their own designer fragrances, they have their own luxury line. It is a great brand to look into and to learn more about. I am super excited next week because we're going to be getting ready for Valentine's Day. So we're going to talk about Valentine's fragrances, and that's going to be a video featuring Sniff. And as y'all know, I'm a Sniff ambassador, so I'm super excited to share the finds I got from them in preparing for Valentine's Day fragrance combos. Well, keep that ritual going, y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Phoenix J out.